It's showtime.
Good morning, everyone. Wake up. Have we had enough rain? There's still some rain in the forecast. Don't think it's gone just yet. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But what's up, JC?
Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM, as Gloria just told you. Raining just a tad bit, but that's going to clear out. 90-degree weather is gone. She'll have the weather for you in just a moment. We are lined up today. Tim Anderson, once again, forgot us and had to make up. That dude's got more frequent flyer miles than anybody I know. Joseph, good morning.
Good morning.
Charles, making your first appearance on TV this morning. You probably never thought. Namon, Charles. Namon, you probably never thought in all your 68 years you would be in the presence of me on live television.
Oh, gag me.
Never thought of it. Never thought.
Never thought of it.
Did you warn them, Joseph, how Jamie was? Or they know?
I didn't get time to.
Well, David's got a good story to tell. He'll tell that just a little bit. Charles, you're part of the Celebrate Recovery down at Clements Baptist Church.
Yes,
and
sir.
So Tim high-hatted us. Y'all know what the term high-hat means?
Yeah, he left us out to dry.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's one of my favorite terms of all time now is high-hat.
High-hat.
Zack's fired up with sports, and a guy who's got kind of a big football game coming up tomorrow night.
Kind of. Just a little
Coach
bit.
Jeffrey Pugh in here this morning, and
They're all big, aren't they, Coach?
his athletic director will be here just a little bit. But a big one tomorrow night in Athens, Alabama, against Cody Groves and his team. Anyway, let's get this party started. Here's Gloria with the weather.
Glad you remembered my name. Good morning, everyone. Let's go over that forecast. Her usually. Brad, thanks. Let's keep an umbrella close today. We do still have some scattered thunderstorms out there. As far as temperatures, feels good out there right now in the 60s. And we're going to see temperatures today are, can you believe it, 75 for that high. We'll take that for sure. 59 for that low. Tomorrow, high of only 79, which is good. 58, things start to dry out quite a bit. And no rain over the weekend. Look at that 82 and 85 sticking around the 80s. More rain to return next week. Of course, a little too soon to tell right there, but Lawler's brings you weather this morning. Dixie Auto Parts, let me tell you, this is the week to save money. 20% off on what, Jamie?
War.
It is Fleet Week. Shindawi is having a sale, 20% off. And don't
like
forget,
an Indian tribe.
Yeah, this Friday only, 20% off Echo products. Stop in and save big. Bill and Peggy want you to come by, and Richard, and have a great time. And don't forget, we had some birthdays take place yesterday. We forgot some of them. And also Tuesday, Rick Mold turns what? He may not want everybody to know
59,
that.
almost 60.
Not there
Almost.
yet.
Get ready for the Fillers Convention. Comes up next weekend. Rick will be back with us next week. The only Notre Dame fan I know that actually admits it.
And that you would watch a game with at our house one day.
Yeah,
so there
unfortunately.
it is. Don't forget, happy birthday, Todd Tomerlin. If you see him
Todd!
out, Mr.
Oh,
Autistic
now,
Man
buddy,
himself.
right there's a
Look
guy.
at that face.
There's a guy looks like he's eating a banana sideways, boy.
Now you know why he didn't want to tell us it was his birthday. Jamie would
Todd,
embarrass him.
Todd, look
Today your birthday, buddy?
Todd,
No,
looking
yesterday.
good to be 73.
Everybody says we look alike.
Yesterday was his birthday. You didn't even know it, so I don't feel so bad.
Shadawi.
You didn't have it on Facebook. That's why I didn't know.
All right, hey, before I go to sports, Jeff, you may already know about this, Coach, but the Decatur Daily had a great article, and I saw it on one of the Huntsville stations yesterday, too. Down in Moulton, close to your hometown over that way, autistic teen is coaching youth sports over there. Jody Waldrop, first practice at football, he came in and wanted a coaches-only meeting, had a binder with 6 coaching tips. He was born premature. He's autistic, but he's 6'6",
Hey, they say
I think.
he's awesome.
And coaches those kids over there. So that's incredible. But a great article in the Decatur Daily about that. And Zack, before I come to you, I saw some very, very disturbing news this morning at 2:30, 3 o'clock on national news that affects you.
Say it's not
Oh, heck,
true.
I'm scared to even.
No, it affects all of
Scared
them.
to ask?
Start paying taxes on yard sales.
I tell
That's a
Mama.
good one, Jeff. The worstest thing that could happen to football fans.
Nick Saban retired.
Quitting.
Well, that'd be
a
hard.
catastrophe,
But,
Joe.
well, sometimes I think like Tim Anderson's assistant coach, then it'd be Texas. They get from him from a Bama game. But happens tonight on the NFL.
Oh, Andrea Kramer and Hannah Stormer.
2 women
Do it on
going to
Amazon.
actually do, for the first time ever, a ball game.
It's on Amazon Prime, so
It's
I
on
will be
Amazon
watching
Prime, but I
Amazon.
got to tell you,
I don't have
I
it.
am again, I don't know how you
That
feel
drives
about
you
women doing
crazy.
sports, but I like it. Now, they okay to look pretty, be down on sidelines and interviewing
Jamie.
people.
Oh, that sounds good. The
It's gonna
views
be
of
in
Jamie
trouble.
Cooper are only the views of
You're
Jamie
making
Cooper.
it worse.
But,
Making it worse. You know what? Get over it. Everybody's allowed to that for their opinion.
but do you
so
really,
Go for it.
what's the woman with that annoying voice that does those SEC games?
Man.
She
Oh,
is annoying.
Even my
Beth
wife
Mowens.
hates that.
Ah, it's
Beth
annoying.
Mowens.
Terrible.
So you're backing me up on
Well, I
that.
just don't like that particular woman's voice.
Yes.
So Beth,
Yeah.
Bowens.
let her do all the Auburn games.
I mean, I didn't like Gary and Vernon when they were together, but you know,
Vern talks too much.
yeah.
What's wrong with you, Joseph?
Well,
Everybody kind of likes, I think, Brad and
But
Gary.
really, women doing ball games,
Coach is not
announcing.
saying a
Don't
word.
look at me, man.
Do not
Don't,
get him involved.
don't get him into trouble. Don't get Coach in
That's why I
trouble.
can go to my posse to back up
Do
on
not
that.
look at me,
Huh?
man.
What?
Don't do it.
I'm not answering that question.
No comment.
So you agree with me?
I'm not answering that.
Let's go to a man who does agree with
We
me.
live in the
Won't have a
world of the
job. Here he is
offended.
right now. Bama Zack.
Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County, and also by Applebee's Tailgate Talk, where we'll be talking to former Utah Jazz star Mark Eaton this weekend, and also Coach Pugh and all the coaches will be on talking about their games. And actually, one of the games this weekend, West at Clements, Todd, Tom, and Tim will be there with Play Action Sports, and they'll be doing that game from Clements. And East Athens game this week, it'll be on WKC, so you'll be, surely everybody in East Limestone and Athens will be at the game, but if you're not, you can listen on WKC or WKC.
They don't have women
1080.
announcers, do they?
I think it's Coach who is it? Coach Davis and Greg
say
Young.
no, Brad.
Greg Young, they call
Zack.
games on that. So, like I said, Coach will talk about the East Athens game, other big games this weekend. Hartsville, they don't have no little game. Briarwood Christian, also Decatur, Lawrence County. You have Brewer at West Morgan, and like I mentioned, West at Clements. So those are just some of the big games going on this weekend. And like I said, that's East and that's Athens, so we've already talked about those games. Kelly Bryant was the big news yesterday, transferring. He lost his starting position, and boom, after 4 games, been a starter ever since Deshaun Watson left, and he decided he wasn't treated fairly, and Coach Dabo Sweeney says he was, but he's not going to talk bad about the kid, but he is leaving after 4 games. I don't know how Coach Pugh feels about that, but
Don't
to me,
ask
that's just kind of, I
Coach
personally
Pugh's
think
not
it's
doing
quitting
any
on your,
opinions.
I think it's quitting on your team, to be honest with you.
What?
I mean, 4 games, you're a senior, you played
If
4
you
games.
ain't starting, you're departing. Ain't you read that yet?
Jalen Hurts is not departing, so that kid's
not a
got
senior.
more class and
He won't be there
person
next
me than this guy. He will play Saturday.
He won't be there next year.
He might not be there next year, but he will
Well,
play
I don't know
Saturday
what's
and be there the
the point,
rest
Zack.
of the year.
Kelly Bryant's a senior too.
Yeah, plays 4 games, now he's going. Now all the Auburn folks are wanting him to come to Auburn, or Tennessee fans. So
I
we'll
didn't
see.
hear that story.
We'll see what happens.
So what's your opinion on the women announcers?
And
Zack?
like I said, and then Saturday, Alabama, Louisiana,
Hey,
Lafayette.
I guarantee the next person that walks through that door will not want women announcers. I don't care.
And you got one of the big games
I
this
agree.
weekend will be Ohio State and Penn State. And also Auburn's got Southern Miss. So that's about all I got, James. Back to you.
Is that it, Zack? I mean, you really.
I could talk more, but I'll let
Namon, is
it
that
is
not
your
one of the
show.
best sportscasts you've ever witnessed in your entire
That's
television
really a
career?
good one there. That's really
I appreciate it,
good.
Namon. Thank
That's
you.
really good.
Now, y'all-
Whoever they was talking about transferring or leaving, they need to send him up to Kentucky. and get some more.
Yeah. Kentucky's good this year.
Yeah, they doing pretty
They're
good.
doing real good. Which I can't believe. CBS game of the week this week. Why is it not the Kentucky-South Carolina game?
It should be. What is it?
Oh, it's going to be a barn burner, real tight one.
Oh, yeah, right.
Georgia and Tennessee.
Are you kidding me? Oh, Jeremy Pruitt, he's going to have a tough one.
But they don't have women announcers.
They do have sideline.
Then I'll watch.
Now, I like Laura Rutledge.
Everybody does.
Yes.
Yeah. I was talking with Coach Skipworth here today. He and his lovely bride had their picture made with Paul Feinbaum. They were down there.
Yeah, I
Friday.
saw that.
So, all right, later on we're going to talk about. Oh yeah, we got some pictures. Let me go.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot who me and Coach Pugh met Saturday, Jamie. Coach Bill Oliver. We walked up on Coach Bill. They was there for 78 reunion, and we got a picture made. Talked to Coach Oliver.
Wow.
Nice guy.
How old is he?
Brother, don't they call him brother?
Brother.
What is he, 102?
He's on up there as sharp as a Zack, buddy.
Yeah.
He coached Bear and died, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
He coached for Gene Stallings.
Played for Barry.
He played for the Bear.
He played
All
for
right, y'all
there?
finished? Let me talk about me for a moment.
Yeah.
We got some photographs.
Oh,
That ain't
thank
me.
you. There's Christy. Okay, Mission Firefly, you know we do the Lunches of Love program. She is one of the main reasons this happened. Billy Taylor, her husband, of course, started Mission Firefly, and that was for the Stomp Out Hunger 5K run.
And they feed how many kids a week in Limestone County?
1,100
Madison
children in Madison County a week with help of local churches and
All right, go back to that other picture. Two
volunteers.
marathon runners, Joseph, that you
They're in our
know.
Sunday school class, April and
Donna.
Donna.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
right,
those
they are.
are-
Oh,
That's me
Ziggy.
in that pink outfit.
With the tutu on.
Ziggy's like, what is this? What else we got? Hometown Lenders, this is John, my partner. If you need to get signed up, go to savewithgloria.com. We work together on getting those loans closed. Thank you so much for the ones that have already signed up. It's a good crowd. This was their main fundraiser, so thank you all who came out and ran in it, and it was a great, successful run. I noticed you didn't run.
All right. In a little bit, we're going to, after we play Judge Jamie, guys, I know y'all been studying up for this world-class venture we'll go into next. We're going to talk about Celebrate Recovery taking place coming up this weekend, and you're going to tell you a little bit of your story.
A little bit.
How you've gone from nothing to what you are today. And,
Pretty much so.
but
I'm still pretty much nothing.
that is a nice beard you got.
And
Yeah,
it's real, too.
it's real.
How long
too.
did it take you to grow that?
I've cut it twice. So I started last year deer season.
Last year. Pretty good.
I've cut it twice since then. So
I used to have a Fu Manchu back in my days at Sneed College, who Namon was
Hope
my
there's no
hero.
photos of that.
It would grow right here, skip here, and then grow again right down through here. Got
Color
a
it
picture to
in.
prove it too, but I'll show that at a later time. Like Judge Jamie, y'all hang on.
Got a chance to do it.
Hey, let's get it on.
Yeah, skip.
Now
Yeah,
time
skip.
for Judge Jamie. Namon, stay in your seat, buddy. It's about to get rocky around here. Brought to you by Zeke with One Love here. Talked to David Turner yesterday. Said Zeke is going to make an appearance. He's got.
He said that for 2 years.
Can you hear me now?
No.
All righty. We're about ready to play right here. So we're going to play. This is Namon. Now pay attention. Todd, did you want to play?
Coach Legg is on his way.
This is a wrong answer. This is the right answer. You are playing to win a thing of Vienna sausages.
Wow.
That's my hometown, and you hope
Don't get all excited.
The
Oh,
Yankees
that's-
burned it.
that's just
Sardines
what
is
I
the only
need.
thing up from that.
I ask questions, and if you know the answer, number two, you shout them out. Because you look like you might know a few of these answers. Oh, I'm beginning to doubt that. Front page of
Most people
USA
don't
Today. It's the day of reckoning for the Republicans.
Oh, boy.
Kavanaugh. What time does this get underway today?
10 a.m.
8 a.m.
9.
You're talking Central, or I might go with Coach Pugh. 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. What channel would it be on?
Every channel
All
on
of them.
TV.
All of
That's a
them.
good answer, but it says here we CNN, Fox, C-SPAN, and not on Cozy ZTV 11. We will not be carrying that today. Tom
All day
Sias, your
thing.
boss, is considering taking another job in Tennessee. How many students are in those 19 schools?
Less than what's in Limestone County.
That's a good answer, Zach, but that's not the question.
Not the answer.
7,000 is the right answer. Todd, if you're going to answer questions, you need to be overseated. If not, you remain silent.
You're right.
I'll take that
He
point.
probably shot it.
All right, we'll give that one to Charlie. Big changes for Quiet Road near Mazda Toyota. And all you folks playing worldwide, thanks for joining us this morning. We have multi-millions
Good
of
morning,
people watching
BT.
worldwide. They're all over the place saying, what in the world is he doing this time of
Good
morning?
morning, Tim.
Huntsville is dedicating how much money to Old Highway 20 improvements?
How much?
10 million.
4 million.
1 million.
40 million.
That's a lot of money.
because they did a $320 million incentive. That road, Highway 20, will be 5 lanes.
It needs to be.
Going through Corbin.
Cortland? Going from here to Huntsville, huh?
Oh, Highway 20.
Oh, they're.
Yeah, the one right down here.
Oh,
The one you get on every now and then.
I doubt it.
Cortland?
But the 20 goes through Corbin too, dude.
Cortland's about out of business.
You're right. That's why I was wondering why 5 lanes.
Decatur Daily, you gonna side with me on those women announcers or not? Over to Hartselle High School, they got a thing growing over there that has grown 600%. What is it? What's the class?
Yoga.
High school?
Hartselle High's Medical Academy. They've gone from 32 students to 200 right now because nurses in Alabama, right now they are ad-seeking 2,089 nurses. They make $28.43 an hour.
Good.
Wow.
My daughter graduates next year.
There you go. Shayla, get her a job.
All right. All you
You get a
Alabama
raise.
fans, maybe you can answer this question. So here we go, right now. How many, Damon Harris has how many career carriers in 3 seasons for Alabama?
Who?
Damien?
Damien.
I didn't know who you said Damien.
I'll give you that.
Gale,
243.
358.
Wow.
But here's the question. How many did Derrick Henry have in 2015 in 1 season?
348.
No, he didn't. It was 212.
395.
Wow.
Why? I did not know that.
395 carriers.
60. He's all.
He was carrying the load,
Yeah.
as they say.
Where is NASCAR racing this weekend?
Man, I don't even keep up with it.
And-
Martinsville.
Come on. Come on.
They just go around and around.
Hey, you know what? That's a wrong answer.
And sometimes they go the other thing. I blow.
Wrong answer.
I did. I gave it to you.
Because this year, they're racing in Charlotte.
Charlotte.
They are going to race through the infield also. It's the first time ever. They're calling it
Really?
a Roval.
Oh, wow. I did not
Y'all
know
didn't know
that.
that?
This year, sure.
I know, Damon, you'll get this next one. You got to get this one. You look like a man who is into this sport.
I don't know much about anything.
Well,
Yeah, you do. We're going to talk
who
about it
is
coming up.
J.B. Mooney? 33 years old.
J.B. Moon.
He's a world champion.
Checker player.
Rodeo guy.
Moon. Is that right?
Horse racing?
Lacrosse.
Hey, Mooney, Clint.
Lacrosse.
Bull rider is the right answer.
He wants in the door and takes
It's
off.
the North Carolina, about the rodeo.
He raises bulls, but here's what he does. This is why I thought you might know him, Damon.
It races bulls.
He
Raises
spoke-
How
bulls.
about rides bulls?
He raises bulls, rides bulls.
Raises.
And he's a preacher.
He's a former champion, world champion, but this year he only rides 31% of his bulls. See, Clint used to be a bull rider. He don't look like it. He's a bull rider. But the one thing he does, he smokes a lot of cigarettes. They say he's the only world champion you'll talk to before he rides a bull who's smoking all the cigarettes he can get.
Wow.
He never practices. He never looks at anything. He just gets on a bull and rides it. What new TV show after 20 years starts tonight?
Murphy
Magnum
Brown.
PI.
And that started the other day. That's a good answer. Murphy Brown, but it's going to be a bomb because all they're going to talk about is old Trump jokes and trying to make fun of the president again. All right, guys, that was the easy part. Now we get to some hard questions. You ready?
They're ready.
A mommy blogger out of Florida now, 35 years old, Katie Bauer. She's out of Atlanta, actually. She's got 52,000 Instagram followers and 5 kids. What has been her recent dumb claim to fame?
It's a big dumb one.
A mommy blogger.
She left all 5 kids in the car?
She admitted
Bad.
that while she was in college and didn't realize till a year later when the Twin Towers were hit on 9/11 that people actually died inside.
And she admitted that?
Yes, and that's one of the comments. You idiot, you should have kept that to yourself.
Yeah.
But she admitted that. All
Right
right,
one.
Zack, your favorite animal, they just had 2 of them born in a Denver zoo. They are called omens of evil. What are they? What's their...
Gorilla, chimpanzees.
Well, that's close enough. It is a form of a monkey, but they're known as one of the ugliest monkeys. Y'all ever seen one of those?
No,
Good
No.
gracious.
it is ugly.
Heard
It's
of
like
it.
a mole with hair.
Joseph being our
A big one.
resident actor up here.
Looks like Zack after he fell in the pool.
Oh, come on, Coach.
There's a new
Hey, that is
movie.
rough.
There's a new movie coming out next year talking about a World War II hero who was known for his strength, his beer and whiskey drinking escapades, and smoking. He fought in World War II. What? His name was Wojtek, W-O-J-T-E-K. Tell me, he's got a statue of him over there now in Russia. Fought for the Polish army.
What's the question?
What's the
What's his
question?
claim to fame?
He killed 1,000 Germans.
No?
How he stayed alive
World
so
War
long?
II. I don't think we fought Germany in World War II, did we?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a history.
He died
Yeah.
in 1963.
Oh,
Yeah, we
People take their picture with him in his statue.
His claim to fame. I don't know.
I don't know.
Show the picture of him, Brad. He's a bear. He's the only bear that actually had a paycheck and a serial number in the army.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's a bear. They
Animated
raised him
movie?
as a cub, and he would take crates up and down, and he worked. Yeah,
That's
the
funny.
movie coming out next year on him.
Hey, you know all about bears, don't you?
Yeah.
That's right. I'm the only guy that ever wrestled a bear,
Wrestled
Namon,
him, I
and
like
lived to
it.
tell about it. There he is, right there. Mine was about that size. What record was set at the Alabama A&M game this past Saturday? Texas A&M game, excuse me, in Tuscaloosa.
Oh,
What
Come on,
record
Zack.
was set? College football record.
In Tuscaloosa?
Yep.
I think I saw it in the paper.
Texas A&M's punter.
Oh, he was awesome.
8 yards of kick.
We tried to keep him. I told
Beat
him.
him up.
He
Those
was
punks
good.
looked like they were being shot out.
That's the one that
I
went to
told him
Alabama.
A&M fans.
He was getting ready to go to Alabama, wasn't he?
Yeah, we need him. We need him.
Bad.
All right, I'll save the other questions and I'll go with what's the new name of Dunkin' Donuts?
Duncan.
Duncan.
That's an easy one, so I'll give you that. All right.
Well.
Last question right here. Hey, Tim didn't make it again. Imagine that. All right, here we go. Last one. I'll save the other two for next week. A
He's
girl,
a world traveler.
her name is Rita Shemervik from Russia. 25 years old. What is her claim to fame? Unfortunately, she passed away a year ago.
25?
There she
Oh,
is.
you tell me this one.
She was a YouTube sensation.
What's her claim to fame?
Looks like a man.
Chugging beer.
She was
Always
always,
on the phone.
what'd you say?
Always on the phone.
I'm going to let you have it, Jeff. That ain't all the
Her
answer.
name was Gloria.
But here's the thing. Because she was always on the phone, her daddy made her tombstone her cell phone. And here's a picture of it right here. It's 5 feet tall, made out of granite.
Are you kidding?
There it is, right there.
What a tombstone.
That is, now,
Never seen
that's
one
a
like
tombstone, ain't
That's
it?
a tombstone.
Wow.
So when I die,
You're going to see a lot more of those
if that
now.
ever happens, it's going to be a gigantic television out there.
You want a television.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna
it'll
be-
have that little scanner on it to where you can use your
Yeah,
phone
and
and
it's
watch
gonna-
video.
It's going to
He's
show
got it
country rover
all
stories
planned out.
over.
Oh, so
Didn't
we
you
go
say
to
that
your
was
grave.
your favorite stories of all time, watching me as a country rover?
I enjoyed it, yeah.
You said that was your favorite. Now, if I remember,
I didn't say it was your
when
favorite,
you came
I
in,
just-
you said of all the TV
Oh, it's
I've ever
his
watched,
favorite.
that was my favorite of all time. Watching
talking
a
about his
legend like
favorite, not
James
yours.
Cooper do all the things he did.
That's right.
Not
That's
me.
right. You took the square dances and everywhere.
I did everything.
Yeah.
But that was your favorite TV of all time, right?
Right.
He thought you said it was yours.
Wait a minute,
It is
before I
yours.
go, Clint,
I have to
We have a
agree with you.
disagreement
He
on
loves
the show
watching
this
those
morning.
things too.
Now, Dusty would back me up 100% on this.
Dusty would.
He would too.
I believe he would.
History's going to be made tonight. 2 female announcers will be announcing an NFL game. First time ever, 2 of them.
On Amazon
Get a shot of
Prime.
Clint's face. I said it's the worstest thing that could happen to football. What are you saying?
I agree.
Okay, that ding, ding, ding. That's the right answer.
Brother Dusty, you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, Dusty says the same thing. I'll speak. He's going to take a break. Y'all hang on.
Jamie's out of control. Good thing Dusty's here to straighten him out. You can try that anytime, Dusty. 69 degrees outside. It is going to rain yet again today. Not quite as much rain as we had yesterday, but keep an umbrella close. Those are those scattered thunderstorms. Them should be tapering off. Today, high temperatures in the 70s. We'll take that for sure. High of 75. Tomorrow, 79. Rain, none. So things should start to dry out. It's going to take a while, too. It's pretty wet out there. 82 for Saturday and just kind of beautiful. Brought to you by Lawlers.
I am the amazing Swami from worlds unknown.
Brought to you by All-Star Plumbers and How Medical O&P.
Oh, athletic director Clint Legg stepping out of GQ magazine. Smells good too, man.
My boy. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, ready to go. And Jeff, congratulations on another great victory the other night. But you got a big one coming up Friday night in Athens. And?
They're good. I'll tell you, I think it's his best team. I think it's the best team they've had in a while, probably 10 years. So
Really?
we got a monumental task because it's, which we're on the upswing a little bit too, and they've had a good year so far. So I expect it to be a lot of people there, and the kids know each other. They're going to get after each other. It'll be whoever don't make the mistakes. Probably that's who's going to win.
So it's just like usually the #1 game on that the kids look forward to playing.
The kids, yes, not me.
You went to school there.
Let me tell you what I've done.
Okay.
Here's the epitome of stupidity.
Oh, boy.
This week is Athens week.
Yeah.
Next week is homecoming. The next week is fall break. Only I could put myself in this situation. I want you to think about all the stuff I'll go through because they're fired up this week. They do something every day at school. Next week's homecoming week. They do something every day at school.
Well, then you get a week off.
Then you got fall break and parents are trying to take their kids on vacation.
Can't do that.
You
Like
voiced your
that.
opinion up here before on that. Well, who you play that way?
Ardmore. So that's not going to be a bargain. They're going to get after us too.
So what's the problem?
My problem?
He's got a tough day every day.
You have
for
to
3
deal
weeks.
with a lot of things in those 3 weeks.
Well, you're proud of your team, though. You're looking good so far.
Well, we really didn't play well last week running the ball. That's the first time ever I've had more carries than I had yards rushing. And but it opened up the passing game. What they did, they were determined to stop the run, and we were able to get yards on them, get scores on them passing. So. First time I've had to do that in a long time. It's a good thing I had somebody to pass to.
How many plays during a game does Coach Green call?
0. That was an easy answer.
Tell you what's happening over at with the Athens game, and then next week with homecoming. What are the special things you have to do as athletic director and assistant
Well, I like to
principal?
sit back and watch him. But anyway.
No, that's a lie. He tries to make me as miserable as he possibly can. Every day he walks in, just give me anything to make me mad.
Really enjoy it. I mean, we're playing volleyball, and they're doing well in that. Our varsity, middle school, and JV are doing real good. Just get ready for basketball. And by the way, I want to send a big shout out to our basketball some of our basketball guys. Todd had a camp last weekend, and they went over there and worked it. And I told those guys, I said, man, you do stuff good like that for the community and for kids, and that was an awesome, really awesome thing that our guys did. And I really appreciate them for doing that, making our school look good.
All right, well, again, you're looking good this morning, smelling fresh.
I'm getting worried about James. I believe he's got a
He likes that. What kind is that? I really need to get him some. Throw that to me.
Yeah, look at
Yeah, wow. You know, Todd does a lot for our community, and I just want to
Yes.
share these T-shirts
I
that
know
he
the
brought
shirt ain't
us
for me.
in. It's not, Todd. The shirt is for you. I told him
What
extra
is that,
large.
Double X?
Well,
I thought that was for Zack. Huh?
This one's not yours. This one's not yours, but thank you, Todd, for what you do.
Oh, yeah. All right. Change the
That's
subject a
coach.
bit. 4 weeks is up. Transfer rule. Clemson lost the quarterback yesterday. You big college football fans, both of you. What do you think?
trouble. It's like everybody gets a trophy syndrome.
You know what the slogan is, don't you? If I ain't starting, I'm departing.
It's bad. It's bad.
bad.
I mean,
What happened to
nobody's going to
loyalty?
compete for the job anymore. They're just going to find them a place to go where they think they can play a little bit easier.
But
Get on the
Jalen's
field.
staying.
I'm telling you, I told you about the
class act.
character at the first of the year.
Yeah.
Never seen the character in that guy.
Yeah.
But
Clint, you got an opinion on that?
I think it's everywhere. I mean, I'm in travel softball now, and we see it every season. Parents will get mad because their daughter's not playing where they want them to play, and they move on. And you're teaching your kids. If it gets tough, you can just go do something else.
Did you see where the teacher
That's
in
not
Florida
good.
resigned? 53-year-old teacher, taught history, resigned because
Yes.
the rule was, she wrote on her chalkboard, I love you kids, but I can't do this. And here she is
Zero.
right here. She resigned because the new rules were, you must give, even if a kid does not hand in a test, they get a 50%. She said you can
She
do
wanted to give them
nothing.
50% off their grade for not turning in their work, and she
So
couldn't
it
do
doesn't
it.
affect you that much. Do
Right.
nothing. Anyway, guys, good luck against Athens.
I have to
Always
ask
good
them
see
a
you.
question. I live with this one, so I know his answer, but were you guys mad we didn't score 50 points last game? Okay, I got it.
yeah, a little bit,
You
just
were.
because of the record. But we
No.
could have.
Could
Yeah,
have.
we could have.
Scored a bunch more.
No doubt about it.
We'll score 50 Saturday.
If we don't, we're all going to be
All right,
mad.
we'll take a break. Y'all hang on.
Interesting.
He's back working again now. don't he?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's back singing.
Shenandoah's back.
Shenandoah.
playing.
I'm Dusty.
This is
Good to see you, Tim. Thank you. Tim high-handed us.
I just did, well, yeah, he did.
Tim high-handed us.
He did.
He's
He
a
did.
world
I
Still got a little bit
traveler.
more hair than Tim.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We were just talking about how much Tim loves Auburn, Dusty.
Yeah, I know it.
And
Pray for
shares
that
it.
boy.
Namon, Charles, Dusty up here this morning, but you guys, let's talk about Celebrate Recovery first. You got something coming up this, is it Saturday or Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
6 o'clock.
At Clements.
At Clements Baptist, the main central campus.
Tell us what's going to happen out there, Charles.
So, we've been involved in a program called Celebrate Recovery for about 4 years now. And we're going to bring in some special speakers that evening. We got 3 guests. Patty Moody,
Okay.
who is from the rescue mission, will be coming out and sharing her story. Patty was on the cover of 17 magazine.
I was going to say, they all have amazing stories.
Amazing stories, powerful testimonies, and she ended up on the streets of Atlanta.
Wow.
And she's going to share with us how Jesus found her on the streets of Atlanta through a lady here in Huntsville.
Awesome.
And rescued her, and what her ministry is now at the rescue mission. And Dawn is going to be sharing also that night. Dawn is from Maine. Dawn was started out with abuse as a young child, 4 years old. And at the age of 16, it was so bad that she bought a bus ticket as far as she could get away from home and ended up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Wow.
And she's going to share her story, how God took her from the streets and brought her into his loving arms. And then we have
Awesome.
my friend Namon here, and I'll let him.
Namon Charles.
I'm going to let him
We're
tell
gonna
you
hear
a little bit
All
about
right,
her.
David, it says here on the deal that you've been shot, stabbed, and attempted suicide.
That's right.
Bless it.
That's right. Yeah.
So
I'm
tell us
glad
what
you're
caused
here
you to
this
do all
morning.
that.
Well, we'll go back to about 1996. I went down to Louisiana and worked a little while, and got involved with drugs and alcohol and some other things, women and you name it. I about got into it. So I just got recently married, so I told the wife we moved back to Alabama, and I could try to change a little bit. So we moved back.
Now, you were still bad when you got married?
Oh yeah, I was bad. I lived on. I was a street addict. I stayed up at night and slept in the day, or worked in the day, one or the other, whichever one come first. So, but anyway, I moved back to Alabama and I found the same friends, just with different names. Same people with different names. We chased after drugs, alcohol. I played music in the bars and honky-tonks all around Huntsville. And then the wife finally decided she had enough of it. So, we got a major divorce in 1990. In 1990, I lost everything but my old guitar and a bed and a TV and a shotgun. And in 93, I got remarried, and that marriage lasted 1 year. And so after that marriage, she took off and took my young son with her, and I ended up going just about nuts. So in 1993, I attempted suicide. I said, "This is enough's enough. If I live like this, I don't want to live like this any longer." So I took a 12-gauge shotgun, put a deer slug in it, and put it on the floor and laid over on it and shot myself in the head.
Yeah.
And that's what this is right here, this scar. 1994, I met my wife now, and we got married in 95. In 97, I changed my life around and got saved, started going to church, and this is short, things changed around after I got saved in July 97. I started going to church every time the doors was open, and in 2002 we started Celebrate Recovery. It was me and one of the young pastors there and 5 other guys. We started Celebrate Recovery at Cater Baptist Church, and of course everybody's gone except for me now. And I left for a couple of years and came back, and now I'm sharing my story all over the.
So there is hope for people.
Wow.
Right, there is hope. And I got run over with my truck because I was playing bluegrass music and traveling and not doing what I was supposed to be doing, and God had to get my attention the second time. So crushed everything on my left side, crushed it all up, and that was in 2006.
How would you describe a Celebrate Recovery when people start going to that? And how do you get them in there that first time?
Well, it's a program that deals with any kind of hurts, habits, and hang-ups. It's a 12-step based program.
So it's not just for alcohol.
It's not just for alcohol or drugs. No.
Tell us about it.
Deal with everything.
Yeah, we deal a whole, one of the major issues that people have is anger and unforgiveness in their life. Just this past week, you saw on the news, we've had 5 homicides in our area. Right. And so it's not just, people get the impression it's only for alcohol and drugs. We do deal with alcohol and drugs, but the bottom line is God's Word has healing for all areas.
It's for families if you're suffering with someone that is an addict or in recovery, not in recovery, and it's just to help yourself.
And that we have a lot of families who are coming who have children who are dealing with drugs and alcohol. Mm-hmm. But one of the things you learn even dealing with your children is dealing with your own personal issues during that time.
Dusty,
another issue that we have is pornography.
That's major.
In the churches, Probably 50% of people deal with
What?
pornography.
Well, Jamie, you read a stat the other day where, 90% of men are on pornography?
Yeah. But now, Dusty, you're going to know more about this because you spend
A lot of time counseling.
most of your time counseling people with problems like this and family issues.
Yeah. A lot of it's marital problems, and like he said, anger is a big issue. Pornography, and they're exactly right. It's rampant, even in the church. You'd be amazed how many people, maybe not be to the total point of addiction, but on the verge of it. And so you deal with a lot of different issues. There's a variety of them, but a lot of times mostly I deal with problems with marriage and kids, teenagers and things like that. But it's a great program. Celebrate Recovery is a
Now, Charles, you were saying there's a Celebrate Recovery program every day.
Every day of the week
Right.
throughout North Alabama.
And it doesn't matter what time. Some of them are at 11 o'clock. And
There are different times. There's a Celebrate Recovery app that you can download on your phone, and it'll tell you exactly where
Where it
the
is.
meetings are going to be held and what time.
are all of those Christian-based?
All of them are Christian-based.
Okay.
The Celebrate Recovery program was started out of Saddleback out in California by John Baker. And every Celebrate Recovery you go to will be almost identical. What we'll do is we'll have a lesson one week, and the next week we have a live testimony, because we believe in the power of the testimony of people hearing what God's doing in other people's lives. Right. So we'll have somebody come up there like Namon and share what God done in his life and give people hope. Because so often when people are struggling and when they're dealing with these things in their life, they don't see a way out.
Now, I know everybody in there doesn't have their own book out like our friend and Pastor Dusty was talking about his addiction, Gambling with Eternity, The Loser Wins. And Dusty, you were once an addict, but you were gambling.
Right, gambling. There's all kind of vices. And, Celebrate Recovery, like Namon said, the recovery is the Lord Jesus Christ. He's the main recovery. And then Celebrate Recovery comes alongside to reinforce, to encourage the people, to stay focused, to stay on track and all that. So it's a great encouragement and instruction as well to help people to stay focused.
All right, what we got going on at Lindsay Lane this week?
Well, we had a great night last night. We had Saw You at the Pole. We had about 800 students there last night. It was packed.
Great.
Will Stutz and the band did a great job. The speaker was good. And so all the student ministries in our city came together and celebrated the See You at the Polls yesterday, praying for our nation. And anyway, then we got Revelation chapter 7, I believe it is, coming up this week. So I'm excited about that. It's going real well. We had a good service
really
last week. And anyway, we got some stuff coming down the pike later on I'll share with you.
I got to tell you, right before the service started Sunday, getting ready to walk in, we were, and I see this family standing at the door, and I walked up.
And we knew we didn't recognize them.
Yeah, we're getting ready to come in. And they had 11 kids that just moved here from Indiana. 11.
And all of them had biblical names.
Yeah.
I didn't get their name. I showed them. I introduced them to Randy, and I said, can we help y'all? So I got them seated and everything, but...
yeah, he was introducing them all to me. It was Elijah and Silas, and I looked at the dad and I said, you must be Moses.
Well, speaking of that,
he said, no, my name's Lawrence.
Let's go to Joseph right now, who's standing by to do his first comedy gig.
No,
and stand-up microphone live in the studio to talk about what's coming up this weekend with a car show.
He is an actor.
So stand up live, yeah. No, I am not going to start doing comedy. I've done a lot of things, but not comedy.
Tell us a good little Johnny joke.
I don't even know any good Johnny jokes, Dusty. I'll have to get you to
We'll
give me
have it ready
some.
for next week.
Yes,
Hey, let me read you something off what I got yesterday with a group text.
Oh, my word.
No, he's
Oh
not.
my goodness! Maybe we shouldn't read that joke on the air. I sent Brad the list. There is a few shows this weekend. Tonight, if it doesn't rain it out, they're supposed to have a cruise in at Half Pint. It's sponsored by Half Pint Donuts. It's in Owens Crossroads at the O'Reilly's Auto Parts there. I'm not sure if that one's going to get canceled due to the rain or not. Then Friday night is the last Friday of the month cruise in at Rocket City Tavern, 2100 Rideout Road. That's right there at Gate 9. That's sponsored by Brian and my buddies at Horsepower Therapy. Saturday, just found out about this show, a LifeBridge Church car and bike show. That's over on Clark Street, Southwest Decatur. 50-50 door prizes and awards at that one, $15 to enter that one. And then over in Gurley, a 4th annual Police and Patriots Charity Car Show. Apparently, they've been having some pretty good turnouts at this one because it's the 4th annual. $20 to get in, tons of fun there. Hosted by Red Goat Motors. Wasn't Red Goat Motors? I'd never heard of them, but anyway, I like their logo. That was kind of cool. And then State Line Powder Coatings is having their automotive yard sale and open house. So it's not really a car show, but there'll be a lot of car guys at that one, and that's on Saturday from 7 to 3. So that's kind of an all-day event. Come and go. Just a reminder, we had a good show at the high school, but on October the 13th, out at the Athens Sportsplex, right up on Highway 31, north of the new high school, will be our big Sportsplex show.
Who's the sponsor of that?
All Star Plumbers is our sponsor for that. Chuck and all of his
Right.
guys, and they'll be there with their truck giving out some goodies, hats, and
Great.
some swag. So he said he might bring something new this year, so I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, so you don't want to miss it. You never know. You never
Give away plungers.
Plungers,
Wait,
give away
wait.
plungers. You know, they come in handy when you need them. So anyway, so stay tuned next week. We'll have a ton of shows
You
to
look
talk
good
about.
up there, Joe.
You like it? Kind of like a newscast up here.
I
So.
got to wrap this up. But Namon, thanks for coming up this morning.
What time does it start?
It's 6 o'clock.
Is it in the sanctuary?
It's absolutely free for everyone to attend.
Is it in the sanctuary?
It is in the main sanctuary,
Lasts about how long?
about 3 hours.
Okay. And you can come and go as you need
Yes, and you can leave. The only other thing is, I just want to mention, it is really recommended for people 14 years and older because of some of the
Stories
testimonies
shared.
that's going to be shared.
Well, Namon, when you see that Doug Ripley, you tell him that we said hello. Any other
Yeah, you tell
1
him.
minute advice you got for people that are struggling right now, Namon?
Well, come to CR. Come celebrate recovery. I forgot to mention that I am working on the inside the jails and prisons in North Alabama also. We'll be starting up in St. Clair Correctional Center
There's a
next
tough
week,
one.
Tuesday of next week.
Well, thanks for coming up and building me up. I could be your all-time TV hero. Tell Tim we appreciate him hi-hatting us again. And don't forget,
He's
you can see
traveling.
Clemens Baptist Church services here at 8 o'clock on Sunday mornings, and Dusty at 9, and Joel at 10. All right, we got to go. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.